my in my in sobriety, my
drunkenness,
my intoxication, my insobriety. No, well, and we have some more like news before we get into more like fun studies, so I'm just gonna like knock it out of the water. So we're gonna talk about Minnesota, aka another state on my kill list.
Minnesota, FMK.
Fuck, marry, kill, Arkansas, Minnesota, New York.
I'll marry Arkansas and then divorce them and take that son of a bitch for
Ooh, take all their money. I like that idea.
Yeah.
I'm gonna readjust.
Okay, wait. Kill Minnesota and then I'm gonna marry New York City for legalizing weed. Did you know that weed got legalized?
I did,
today?
Yeah.
We were busy.
Yeah. Well, and also New York is doing it in the best way possible, where they're going to like go back and expunge criminal records, and they're going to distribute some of the taxes to like Black and brown communities, aka like if you're going to legalize weed, this is the way to do it.
Woo!
So, I mean, Cuomo's still like a sex offender.
Yeah.
But at least he did this.
Oh my god, that's why he did this.
Yeah, I think he genuinely needs good press.
I'm dead. Okay, we'll talk about this later. Go ahead.
Okay. So, also something you guys have probably seen in your headlines, Minnesota Supreme Court unanimously issued a decision last Wednesday saying that a person who is sexually assaulted while intoxicated isn't considered mentally incapacitated if the person consumed alcohol or drugs voluntarily. So basically it's like if I drink alcohol on my own, then other people can rape me, and my insobriety, my
drunkenness,
my intoxication, my insobriety. Basically what's saying is like if you consume alcohol of your own volition, if you choose to do that, then someone could come and rape you. And your intoxication wouldn't be taken into account.
I can't believe they said
which
that
is
out
so
loud.
fucked up.
Like that was, you know, the law was never that, but that's how people treated the law.
Yeah,
and
well, and that's
like,
what they're arguing basically, is that they're saying that to say, well, okay, so I'll explain it a bit more. So the reason this decision was made is because the case of Francois Khalil, who is a Minneapolis man who was convicted of third-degree criminal sexual misconduct after assaulting a girl who was drunk and considered by the jury to be mentally incapacitated. For a little background, she was so drunk that she was denied entry to a bar. And I don't know about you, but I've been blacked out and still able to get into bars before. So like you've got to be falling off your ass.
I've never gotten rejected, and I am a sloppy girl.
Right. That exactly. So it's like that should get, like, we've all been sloppy, okay? But like she was literally not let into a bar.
Yeah.
So the state Supreme Court said that the court's definition of mentally incapacitated in this case unreasonably strains and stretches the plain text of the statute because the victim was drunk before she met the attacker.
Wait, what?
They're saying what you were saying is like that's not what the law says, but they're basically arguing that to say that because she was incapacitated of her own volition, it is stretching mentally incapacitated. Like the letter of the law says, according to them, that the incapacitation needs to be made at the hand of the assailant, not at the person who is being abused. And it is, in fact, a loophole within the state law in Mississippi or in Minnesota that people are now trying to change. So Representative Kelly Mahler basically was saying this shows an urgent need to update the state's criminal sexual conduct statute and close what she calls the intoxication loophole, which basically does say you can just rape people if they're drunk. And it's like, too bad.
Why do you even want to fuck someone who can't be like into the sex with you?
That's what I'm saying.
Tell you how enormous your cock is and like how good that feels, Jack.
Right. And I mean, it's so frustrating. So a couple last things on it is, well, no, yeah, what you're saying is exactly correct. Is like, I think the people who are doing this, similar to similar to what we saw in Promising Young Woman,
Yeah.
is most of the rapes that occur are from people who are considered to be quote unquote nice guys who you wouldn't expect. And like people who want to have sex with passed out women, they're opportunists and they aren't trying to, you know, have sex. They're trying to
It's
assault.
Yeah, exactly. It is a way for them to assert power.
Yeah.
They're not interested in having sex. They're interested in like gaining status.
Yeah.
Even if it's just in the privacy of their own home.
And it was so frustrating. Like, so I read bits of what his Khalil's defense attorney said.
Mm-hmm.
And in his letter addressing the Supreme Court, he said, regret is not rape, which is so frustrating because like we've all heard that kind of phrase thrown around where it's like, just because you regret it in the morning doesn't mean it was sexual assault. And it's like, what if I can't remember it in the morning? Or like, you know, it's just like that kind of like frat boy mentality that I think excuses so much bad behavior. And not even bad behavior is honestly underselling it. It's like violence against women.
Yeah, it is fucking violence. They're just, men are like, I mean, this is never, we're never going to live in a society where people aren't abusing power, and abusing power sexually in a sexual context is the worst and also like kind of the easiest way to do it.
Yeah, well, and it's so frustrating because like we would never talk about a murder this way or about a violent crime this way. We would never be like, oh, well, you know, she was drinking before you murdered her, so like I think that's kind of on her. That seems like it's her fault. Like, you're free to go.
Exactly.
What a crazy thing to say.
That's a really good point, Rachel. Look, what if you remember? There's like a bunch of SVU episodes where like there's a guy who's running around. He's got HIV and he infects everybody.
Oh yeah.
And then they get sick, and then maybe some of them die. Like that is a death sentence to them. And sex can be deadly.
Absolutely, it can be. I think in that episode too, like he was fully convicted for like reckless manslaughter or some shit like that.
I feel like Stabler was like flexing in that one. It was cute.
So that's obviously a step in the wrong direction for Minnesota. And just like Arkansas, we're going to give you a big fuck you. But we're going to give 2 thumbs way up to Colorado.
Oh.
So they recently extended their statute of limitations for rape until forever.
Wow.
I know.
Why?
So the statute of limitations used to be 6 years, but now Colorado will give recent and future sexual assault survivors, including those molested as children, unlimited time to sue their abusers. This apparently has been like in the works for years, and it's just now
for an unlimited time.
For an unlimited. Yeah. So apparently they've been working on it forever, like for a couple years now. Yeah. And it's just finally going through. Yay. So that's really exciting. It used to be 6 years, which is low. I feel like in New York it might be 10.
I have no idea, and I hope that I never
need to know.
Exactly.
Yeah.